What we know from the study of anthropology is that no hunter-gatherer cultures ate raw food diets. Plutarch, as well as colonial sailors of the 19th century, have made claims that there were cultures that didn't cook their food. So in 1870, anthropologist Edward Taylor examined these claims to determine if they were true or not, and found no evidence of cultures eating purely raw food diets. Now, some cultures did eat certain foods raw, and we'll get to that, but no cultures ate purely raw food diets. It's important to note. Taylor concluded that cooking was practiced by every known human society. A study of the Copper Inuit found that the Copper Inuit ate almost all cooked meat. In 1906, polar explorer Vilhjalmur Stefansson conducted a series of expeditions in Canada's Northwest Territories and found the Copper Inuit diet was virtually plant-free, dominated by seal and caribou meat, and supplemented with large salmon-like fish and occasional whale meat. Stefansson found that for the Copper Inuit, cooking was the nightly norm and that meat was always well cooked. Here's a quote from Stefansson in 1910. "I have never seen Eskimo eat partly cooked meat so bloody as many steaks I have seen devoured in cities. When they cook, they usually cook well." That being said, there were some foods that the Copper Inuit ate raw, some by preference, some by convenience, and we're going to go over those now. First, the foods they ate by preference. Foods that the Copper Inuit preferred to eat raw included soft animal foods, including whale blubber, because it was so soft that it could be spread over meat like butter. They also ate raw seal and caribou livers and kidneys. Now, there were foods that they ate by convenience. Inuit consumed food raw mostly as a snack while away from the camp while hunting, because cooking would be really difficult. So one of the things that they ate for convenience raw was fresh fish, and another one was raw, rotten, high fish. So they would catch some of their fish and then bury it underground for a period of months or even years, and they would remember where they buried it and return to it months or years later and eat it, and it'd be raw and putrid and rotten. There were many other cultures that ate foods raw as well, and we're going to go over a few of those now. Australian Aborigines ate raw mangrove worms. They never cooked their worms. Raw fruit, turtle eggs, oysters, and witchetty grubs. The last three I must mention, they ate sometimes raw and sometimes cooked. The turtle eggs, oysters, and witchetty grubs. The Yagan tribe of Tierra del Fuego ate raw winkles, which was a mollusk, and raw sea urchins. The Utes of Colorado ate the raw kidneys and livers of land animals. The Copper Inuit that we just mentioned ate raw whale blubber, raw seal liver and kidney, and raw caribou liver. And the Maasai in Africa, who are still doing their thing to this day, eat a mixture of raw blood and milk as their staple food. And if you're watching the video now, you can see a photograph of the Maasai mixing the blood and milk together and pouring it into a cup, preparing to drink it. As Richard Wrangham wrote, the Inuit probably ate more raw animal products than other societies, but like every culture, the main meal of the day was taken in the evening and it was cooked. Now, that being said, there were cultures that never ate raw meat. The Siriono hunter-gatherers of Bolivia were one example. In the 1940s, anthropologist Alan Holmberg discovered that the Siriono had a taboo against eating raw meat, which they claimed not to eat under any circumstances. Three other tribes that never ate raw meat were the Andaman Islanders, the Mbuti, and the Kalahari San.
Hey, it's Mark. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And definitely hit subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos when they come out. Also, be sure to pick up my 3 free ebooks, one on chemotherapy, the other on sodium bicarbonate for cancer and other diseases, and a red light therapy dose guide by clicking the link in the description below. Last but not least, check out one more video on my channel right here, and I will see you in the next one.